Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Anthony was the first Miyagi-Do student during the events of Cobra Kai Season 1? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 1 would still happen. Johnny would still save Miguel, and he would still reopen Cobra Kai. Daniel would still find out, and he would still want to take down Cobra Kai. So Daniel and Johnny would still have their rivalry. Miguel would still fight Kyler in the cafeteria, and those events would stay the same. Robbie would still get a job at LaRusso Auto. Daniel would get back into karate. He would want someone else to do it with him. So Daniel would want Sam to get back into karate, but Sam wouldn't be interested. And he would also ask Amanda if she would like to join him, but Amanda would suggest Anthony. So Daniel would ask Anthony, but Anthony wouldn't be interested. But Daniel and Amanda would pressure Anthony to get off his video games, and eventually they would force Anthony to start training with Daniel. So Anthony would become the first Miyagi-Do student, and the events of Cobra Kai would continue. And since Anthony was training with Daniel, he would never ask Robbie to join him, so Robbie would continue in his ways, and he wouldn't change. Anthony would start learning the basics of Miyagi-Do, but Anthony would be complaining most of the time. Trey and Cruz would still plan to rob LaRusso Auto, and with the help of Robbie, they would still form their plan. But in this timeline, Robbie, Trey, and Cruz would be caught. Trey and Cruz would go to prison, and Robbie would go to juvie. Daniel would find out about Robbie, and that he was Johnny's son. So Daniel would be mad at Johnny. So Daniel would go to the Cobra Kai dojo to confront Johnny. Daniel would think that Johnny sent Robbie to try to steal from him, but this is when Johnny would find out what Robbie had done, and he would say that he had nothing to do with it. So Johnny would go visit Robbie in juvie. He would be mad at Robbie for what he did, but Robbie wouldn't want anything to do with Johnny. Since Robbie never started learning Miyagi-Do from Daniel, Miguel and Sam wouldn't break up, and in juvie, Robbie would still be picked on by Sean. The night of the All Valley, Cobra Kai would still compete, and they would still start winning their matches. Daniel wouldn't enter Anthony into the All Valley. He would think that he wasn't ready yet. Miguel would still be the All Valley champion. Kreese would still come back, and he would still rejoin Cobra Kai. Daniel would still find out, and he would still try to take down Cobra Kai. But in this timeline, Daniel wouldn't open up Miyagi-Do to the public, and he would continue training Anthony separately. Season 2 would be pretty uneventful. Eventually Robbie would be released from juvie, but he wouldn't want anything to do with Johnny. Johnny and Daniel would continue with the rivalry, and Sam would want to convince Daniel that Cobra Kai wasn't that bad. The school fight wouldn't happen in this timeline, so Season 3 would also be pretty uneventful. Anthony would continue training at Miyagi-Do, and he would learn discipline, and the events of Season 3 would carry on. Johnny and Kreese would continue to co-run Cobra Kai, and in Season 4, Anthony wouldn't be a bully, so Kenny and Anthony would become friends, and the events of Season 4 would carry on. Terry Silver wouldn't come back in this timeline. Anthony would continue training in Miyagi-Do, and his skills would improve. He would fully embrace the Miyagi-Do philosophy, and the bond between Daniel and Anthony would grow even more. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Anthony was the first Miyagi-Do student during the events of Cobra Kai Season 1? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.